Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and this is The Perspective. My name is Likuyani Eli. Uko na Wi-Fi. Most of you have heard that statement, and most of you have definitely been victims of such. So, one of the things you and I are gonna have a very good discussion over tonight with the help of one interesting technician is your browsing habits and how safe is that so-called free Wi-Fi. Ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, allow me to invite Mr. Edgar. Edgar, how are you, sir? Mambo vipi?
Poa sana. How are you?
I'm great. Good to see you. Wewe ndio nakaa January is treating you right.
January. Okay, actually it's over. So we are all happy that it's over. This is end month. We are all smiling to the banks, ATMs, you know.
And definitely we'll be using our telephones to make, our mobile handsets, how do you call them? Our handsets, we'll be using them to make some transactions, M-Pesa here, M-Pesa there, a lot of withdrawals here. And then you notice your internet is out. So as a good Kenyan, what do? You try save money, right?
Yeah, exactly. Actually, this is even that time of the month that people are thinking of, renewing their Safaricom, renewing their Zuku, renewing that internet, Sambaza internet mtaani. That's where Safaricom haiko. So everyone is like renewing.
Wait, did you by any chance get paid by Safaricom to tell them they're Hawako? But let's get to the perspective and kindly introduce yourself for those who do not know you, sir.
Yeah, for those who don't know me, I'm Mr. Edgar Isohe, a network engineer, AI engineer, and offensive security expert. So, yeah, I've been in this field for quite some time. Like, I think it's over 12 years right now.
Yeah.
And yeah, I started from far, and where I'm going is also far. And yeah, just trying to keep up with technology and everything. Yeah.
Interesting that you mentioned you're trying to keep up with technology, but one of the most misunderstood technology that exists is the internet. So before we even discuss about Wi-Fi, Mi-Fi, and all those things that people have been fighting over, just get us soaked in. What is internet?
Wow. Internet basically, it doesn't have like a clear definition. It depends with how you look at it and how you understand it. Yeah, it doesn't have a clear definition. But okay, from a layman's perspective, I would say internet basically yeah, it's a collection of different networks and servers put together for just everyone and anyone to access.
Okay. So ideally, this is an interconnection. If we're talking about the highways, there are different highways that are leading to one spot or the other spot. And definitely, internet, see your Facebook. That's what you're saying.
No. Internet your Facebook. Internet your Facebook. Internet basically is what is helping you get access to Facebook. What is helping you get access to Google? What is helping you get access to your website that is somewhere? Yeah. What is helping you get access to Arts in Heart? Yeah. That
Definitely.
is
And
what
the
internet is.
streamers live on YouTube, right?
Yeah.
So we are there, sir, and one thing that has become a common phenomena among the young people is getting online. And everyone wants to get online because they want to create content. They want to know what is happening around the world. They want to know who has done what. The other day I learned somebody was crying over another woman who decided to be pregnant, and all men are sad. But again, it is what it is. So we want free connection to the internet, free Wi-Fi.
Wow. First of all, let me just tell my people, Wi-Fi is not internet.
Okay.
Yeah, most guys are confused. Like, yeah, you
I am
define.
confused.
Yeah, you would find someone like asking you like, how can I get access to Wi-Fi? Yeah. So if you're not from this culture, like you'll not understand that by them saying Wi-Fi, they mean internet. Yeah. So basically, where is the difference between Wi-Fi and internet? Wi-Fi, it's a means of you getting access to the internet. Wi-Fi, it's not internet. Yeah, there are two ways you can be able to get access to the internet. One, it's via a cable. Two, it's by via a Wi-Fi, yeah, which of which yeah, Wi-Fi right now it's really picking up, and yeah, everyone wants something wireless where you don't want to see cables, yeah. But at the end of the day, there has to be a cable somewhere just to make it wireless. Because I don't know if you've realized, even like we have like wireless charging phones. The other day I saw Xiaomi coming up with this phone like and then the charger like throws the waves around to a certain radius where if you're in that radius, your phone is able to charge no matter where it is in your pocket, holding it on your hand, the phone is able to charge. It's
So we
quite
have
interesting.
also, so ideally we've also established Wi-Fi is not network internet. Tusisumbuane hapa.
Yeah, that needs to be clear.
Growing up, Edgar, the first thing we would do when visiting our relatives and friends was to get down, get to know how they are doing. And some old lady or the mama you are visiting will go to the room and come back with an album, a photo album, you know, the hard
Yeah,
copies. And then they'll tell
yeah.
you stories over which year was this and what they did. Today, when I visit, the first thing we want to ask you, uko na internet? Nisaidie password.
Actually, you've forgotten. Like for someone, it's actually now a condition. For me to come and visit you, I have to make sure there's Wi-Fi. Because when you tell me like, hey, you can crash into my crib, the first thing will be like, do you have Wi-Fi? So that I come prepared, to share the photos and
Yeah.
everything, on
Yeah.
Instagram and all those places. Yeah.
Yeah. So is there anything like free Wi-Fi? Because that is the first thing. Yes, I know there is free internet connection, and then there is, you always see a sign, free Wi-Fi here. Should we be worried about such, sir?
Actually, yeah, you should be worried about that. Is there anything free really? No. Even that Facebook is not really free. Let me shock you. Let me tell you something that is going to surprise you. Do you know
Tell me.
Google is a marketing company?
Oh, it's a marketing company. That's why they throw ads here and there.
But most people don't know about that.
Oh, what do we think Google is? It's the search engine.
Yeah. Do you think your Gmail is really free?
Well, I never use it for free because I pay for my subscription. But yes, I know there's the free version.
Yeah. Is it really free? Because what people don't know is for you to be able to get access to Gmail, yeah, there's a whole lot of things that go on in the background. Yeah, there's a server somewhere that needs power 24/7. That needs cooling 24/7. There are network engineers there, like really trying to make sure that the network is up and running smoothly. We do have the software engineers that are making sure that the Gmail itself, like it's working very well.
Yeah.
There's a lot that is going. There are security experts that they are just trying to make sure that when your account is being hacked, they move in very fast and try and secure your account. There's a lot of these things that happen in the background. So
Yeah.
you'd want to ask yourself, like, who really, how does Google manage to pay these people? And actually, they are paid a lot of money to do that. Yeah,
For free. To give you free connection, free
yeah,
platform.
free,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
free in quotes. And I know most of the viewers out there are wondering, like, what do you mean this thing is not free? Yeah. in our country mostly, people don't really care. You go to your you use your Gmail, you don't really care what happens. Like, you go share your information out there. I know I'm jumping the gun here, but hold on. We are coming to that. So when you get to that, now I'll get to tell you why your Gmail is not really free.
Let's get who is watching us. Naona hapa Sami Miash anasema sina password. And Rain says mnakaa poa sana. I don't know who among us because kuna mtu hapa na sura ya thao. The perspective, is the Wi-Fi really free? Each time we are in a public space, we must provide our personal information, such as email addresses. Okay, that's interesting. There, thank you much. Thank you very much, Njakita. We have niwai password. Brian Kisia anauliza nipatie password tafadhali. Karo Kinya yetu amecheka kwa sababu hii story inamfurahisha sana. Okay, then thanks for clarification on Wi-Fi versus internet. So then, is the internet really free? We will find out as we continue the conversation. Unapendaza sana, huh? Unapenda za bwerere, yani you like them for free. Okay. And we have Nancy said, too complicated for me. This conversation is becoming too technical. But we're going to break down this stuff for you. So Edgar, let's continue with this conversation on free Wi-Fi or free internet connection. You walk into a public space and there is so much there, including the airports. Nowadays, everybody wants free connection. They want to get online. They want to tell their families what they are up to. So the first thing they want to do is get online. What do we get from this getting online as the plus and probably the minus of it, if it exists?
Yeah, this one you want to look at it from from two perspectives. Yeah, one, there could be a bad guy who wants to like get information. Two, there could be some genuine guy, doesn't really mean harm to anyone, but the guy really is like, okay, fine, I can give you free Wi-Fi, but in exchange, give me some of your details.
Some. I like the some part. Underline, guys. If you're watching, some of the details is the word you want to underline. And what are these some of the details? Critical information that links to you. Go ahead, sir.
Yeah, and then still on the same, like there could be now this good guy in quotes, and then the good guy is there, and then the bad guy comes in between the good guy and the user. And then the bad guy is like, okay, fine, you can't get all this information for yourself. Like, I need some of that information too. Yeah, so it depends with the bad guy what they really want out of it. So now you walk into a public space, Java. Yeah, Java, they have free Wi-Fi, by the way.
Hey, guy, you've been advertising all these companies, but it's all right. It's all right.
Sorry. Yeah, you walk into this place and then you get free Wi-Fi in there, and then you're like, okay, fine, there's free Wi-Fi. Can I gain access to it? Yes, fine. Java. Those guys, they really don't care. Because now there's at one point, people will not go to a certain place if there's no internet. Yeah, and now it became like is it a marketing tool? The marketing guys can help me here. So guys would want to come to your cave because there's Wi-Fi. They can use it, as they drink tea, coffee, or eat. And even I know of some guys who would go to those places because they don't have access to internet at home. So and then they realize that we normally go to hotels here and there so many times. They're like, okay, fine, we can go to a certain place, go eat there, go drink there. So now the owners of these hotels, like they would go there and they decided now, okay, fine, yeah, of course you want customers, you want money, more money. So you're like, okay, fine, why not give these guys free Wi-Fi? Yeah, if I give them free Wi-Fi and then at the end of the day they bring their money, like even if I'm to charge every guy like 1 shilling for that Wi-Fi, yeah, it sounds good. Yeah, you pay 1 shilling, the other person pays 1 shillings, and then at the end of the day, I'm able to like pay for it every month. But now there's this other guy who's like, wow, these are, I don't know, honeypot. I can catch some few things here and there. So what this guy does, like, there's something, there's a device that I can go with it to a certain, like, that joint. I can put it in a corner somewhere, and then what it does, it kicks out everyone who's connected to that Wi-Fi, and it connects itself to that Wi-Fi, or rather, I connect it to that Wi-Fi, and once I've connected it to that Wi-Fi, it kicks out everyone. And then when you are kicked out, you reconnect back. And when you're reconnecting back, you're not reconnecting to this Wi-Fi. You are reconnecting to this device of mine. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Go slow on me. You're now talking about the bad guy. Okay, the bad
Yeah.
guy.
Yeah.
So the bad guy comes in, and let's say this is the device that is with, and sets it up somewhere.
Yeah.
And for the free receivers, meanwhile, you're like, Hakuna Wi Fi, I'm trying to connect. Oh, refresh. Okay, the Wi Fi has refreshed. You can rejoin the network. So you join back the network, but instead of going to the network that you were earlier on, you're joining
Yeah.
to this black device.
Yeah.
That's
Exactly.
what you're saying. So
Yeah.
what happens in this black device? Take me there.
Yeah. And actually, the most interesting bit is, you see, when it kicks you out, sometimes you might not even notice. Yeah, because there's when you are connecting, there's a place where it asks you to check if you want it to reconnect the moment you
In the
disconnect.
event you lose connection.
Yeah, you've told the Wi-Fi just reconnect. So for some people, you might not even notice that something happened. You'd be just browsing, or you are on, streaming, and then you realize that the circle goes round. And I was like, these guys, the internet is not even good.
Slow,
Like,
slow.
it's slow. And then all of a sudden, the internet is good again. I was like, okay, maybe there was the downtown kidogo. What you didn't know is you've been kicked out of the network, and then now you've reconnected to something that is not the actual Wi-Fi. Yeah. So what happens into this device? We do have actually so many softwares that you can use to get certain information. So now this device, there's what we call man in the middle attack. Man in the middle attack is I can't deny you services. Yes, I'll give you all the services you want, provided you come through me. Yeah. I know most of us, we've gone to government offices. There are those somewhere.
You know what? I have what you need. You see,
Yeah,
this is your check,
yeah.
but you can't get to this check before going through me. So this is what the man in
Yeah.
the middle is doing.
Yeah, that is what the man in the middle is doing. Yeah. And okay, yeah, this has happened a lot somewhere. You want a driving license, you want a passport, and then you go to this place, and then there's a guy somewhere there tells you like, okay, yeah, you want it? Yeah, I can help you to get it in 2 days. And guess what you love to do? You love to take your passport photo, you love to take your ID, you love to take your birth certificate, your recommender's ID, you lost your parents, like your parents' death certificate. There are a whole lot of information that you require for you to get a passport. You actually take all this information and then you give it to this stranger. And now this stranger, and you even pay the stranger. And then now this stranger
And
goes,
even more expensive than the normal
exactly.
price. Oh my
Yeah,
God.
yeah. No one has ever asked themselves, like, okay, those strangers, do they get to a point whereby, and then they will photocopy those, no wonder, guys in committee, they will actually call you and then ask you, they call you by your name, they'll tell you like
Oh,
you are so and
yes.
so, these your kids and stuff
So,
like that.
you know what is fascinating about what you're saying is it starts at a very basic level, our so called free Wi Fi
Yeah.
character. So you simply take very important and confidential information, hand it over to a third party because you like it easy. Oh, you want my ID? No problem. Here is my ID. You want my name? No problem. This is where I was born. This is my name. And this is my father's property. Okay. And this is my mother's certificate. Ah, fine. And this is my telephone number. So this is the same thing we are carrying over as we are going for free Wi-Fi. Guy,
Yeah.
okay, take me through. So bad guy receives this information.
Yeah. Now, what happens in that thing that is intercepting the network? Basically, what it does, it captures your details, and especially those sites. There are those unsecure sites, like where mm, you would go, and then on the URL, like you'd find somewhere at the top there, it's written HTTP. That one actually given this bad guy an easy way to get your information, because once everything is captured, any passwords entered onto a HTTP site, once they are captured, you can actually have a look at those details, the passwords and everything. You'll see
It's
them
like
there.
they are now on your computer. They are just.
Yeah. You can just read them there. Yeah. So the those that are HTTPS, that one have like some form of encryption. Yeah. And now that one now gives the hacker some hard time. Like they'll have to go, the bad guy, they'll have to go like try decrypt all this information, try see if they can be able to get something out of it. Yeah, which is quite a lot of work. Yeah, so it depends with what they're after. So this thing, like what it does, it captures every single information that you are doing. If you go to Facebook, it will capture your login, it will capture your password. If maybe you're doing internet banking, yeah, it will capture the same details. And then once it captures the same details, when this guy goes at home, actually that thing you can just go to somewhere, put it there, and you go. And then come back in the evening, pick it, go with it at home, and now start using the decryption tools, extracting the information that is in that device. Yeah. Now that is now the danger of free Wi-Fi, that you are not sure where the free Wi-Fi, who did the free Wi-Fi, what was the idea behind it, how has it been done, you see. And that is why to some of the people in my field, they will never do a free Wi-Fi. Yeah, and actually most of them, like when they go to public spaces, you'll always find them with modems. You see that USB modem, not a Wi-Fi. That USB modem, that is what they will always use in public. Yeah, because with that one, like nothing could be. You see, or if they are using Wi-Fi, there's a way like you can sniff and know actually like there's something that is in between this and this. You see, but now if you don't want to go to all those trouble like sniffing and capturing the packets to understand whether there is an in between something, the easiest way is just use your modem. Yeah.
Well, it's easier said than done, sir. And one of the biggest struggle is the pricing of internet. It's very expensive for some folks, especially young people that are coming straight from college. They're trying to find a job. And then there was this new trend that is called home working. And guys have no internet at home to actually that can sustain lengthy periods of home working. So the best bet here becomes free Wi-Fi. And some of them will tell you, Edgar, you are asking me not to use this kind of internet. But I don't care because I have nothing to lose. Is there anything like I have nothing to lose when it comes to data?
Yes, I've talked to so many people, and one thing they say, like, okay, fine. Uh, okay, if they take my ID, okay, yeah, fine, they'll take it. So if they take your whatever, yes, they will take it. So if they take my the happen to capture my probably account number, they will take it, but the bank will refund me back my money. Yeah. So, but one thing for sure, I'll tell you, like, you see, when once you get all this information, you take this information, and once someone takes all this information, they can actually clone your card.
That you have
And
no money to waste. I mean, if your card is empty. If anything, government is demanding money from you. So how do you lose what you don't have? Because that is what I'm trying to understand here. A lot of people will argue they have nothing to lose.
yes, of course, yeah, you have nothing to lose. This is what you lose. You'll actually lose your freedom. This is the thing. This is what happens. Like, yeah, yeah, fine. Yeah, I can take your account. Yeah, I can even tell you, like, you just give me your account, um, and then yeah, you'll gladly give me your account. What will I do? Like, I'll take your account, and I think everyone has heard about money laundering. Like, we are all aware about fraud. So I use your account to pass the money that I've, stolen from somewhere else, and then it comes into your account, and then I can withdraw it as you, not as me, but as you. Because the since I have all your details, I can withdraw this money as you. And then now what happens if the CIA catch up with you? Because anything international, it's CIA. When they catch up with you, by the time you prove that
You are
I'm not
not.
the one who did that, that will probably be like 6 months, 1 year. Tell
You
me,
know,
6 months
interesting that
you're
you're
in jail.
talking about this and money and all that. One country that I'm aware of that does not in any way advocate for free Wi-Fi is Singapore. Because in Singapore, if you attempt to join a free network connection and then there is any criminal activity that will happen, anybody and everybody that was connected to that network will actually get to be accountable, be it you are innocent or not. But again, Edgar, that now brings us to the other question, which is how then do you ensure your security? Because one of the major issues happen is people lose data that is very, very confidential and important. People lose identity, but through identity thefts, we've heard about it. In fact, the other day, a very good friend of mine had their identity stolen. Somebody ordered a very expensive iPhone from these companies that actually give based on subscription. And then on top of that, it was mailed to an address that he does not, reside at. By the time they noticed that fraud had happened, this person's phone had been already been bought 2 weeks already, delivered and missing without a trace. The phone has no, you cannot track it because there's no email number and everything. So when people tell me they have nothing to lose, I'm surprised. Is it safe to do money or banking transaction over free Wi-Fi connection?
It's totally not safe. Totally not safe. Not safe. When we will be looking at browsing habits, yeah, you'll understand why it's not totally not safe. Because like let me. The thing is, a laptop by itself, yeah, if you want like a clean device that cannot be hacked, that cannot be done what, think of anything bad that can happen to a device, it's that device that cannot go online. Yeah. And now the problem is, why would you buy a laptop that you can't do emails on it, you can't browse on it, you can't go to Facebook and stuff like that on that laptop? Will be the use of it? It's as good as useless. No matter how new it is, no matter which brand it is, it's useless. Yeah. So at the end of the day, you just have to use it to go online. And the biggest problem with cybersecurity is where people, the biggest problem is actually our habits. Our habits. We make it very easy for hackers to, like, gain access to our laptops, our devices. Yeah, they, and especially if you come into, these most of third world countries where people are not that very much cautious with, internet. I guess it's because, our governments, most of them, like, they've not really put services online, government services online. So, but yeah, I'm good. I'm good that it's good that Kenya is, like, really, we are doing a lot of moves. Like, yeah, in Africa, we are doing a lot of moves, guys. Yeah, I've gone through, I've checked so quite a number of countries in Africa, and, like, we are on the right track. Yeah, it's only a matter of time, like, in terms of IT, South Africa will not be saying anything to us. Nigeria, which is, them, yeah, they're on another level, but their infrastructure is very poor. So, yeah, you can't really talk about it. And then the other danger is we have the Yahoo boys, in Kenya. Yeah. So you'd want to ask yourself, have you ever met a Nigerian dude? Those Yahoo boys. These guys are, some of them are uneducated, but you who's really educated, probably with, one or two, three PhDs, but this guy manages to, like, steal your information. This guy never did not step into any IT class. How is it possible? Like, he's no, it's so easy for him to,
So
like, gain
smart.
access. Yeah. The thing is,
So, Edgar, before you actually we go on a diverge, let's stick with the browsing habits for a moment. What are these habits that actually exposes one to internet insecurity or online insecurity for that matter?
yeah. And with browsing habits, I would actually say it's quite complex. Maybe I'll just talk about a few of them, and I think I'll start with the first one: passwords.
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 Oh, give me your password. Password. Easy, easy. Date of birth.
Exactly. 90% of, what I normally do to some of my clients, like, I'll get to a point whereby I need a password for something. And so long as I know the name of their child, the year the child was born, or the year of this client was born, I will try and combine those. And actually, 50% of the time, I always get it right without even asking them, like, what was your password? There are those laptops I've done things to it, without asking the owner the password, but I just do it. And it's interesting. They don't even realize is that, like, okay, fine, something was changed. How they don't even ask themselves, like, how did you manage to change that while my laptop has a password? Yeah, that's a story for another day. So passwords, using the same passwords. Yeah, using the whatever, using the pattern, the password, the name of your child, name of your spouse, birth of the date of birth, such things, year of birth, those are very
Your
common.
first car, your first car,
Yeah, exactly.
your
And
favorite meal.
exactly. And there are a lot of things that are happening. There are new technologies that are coming up. There's what we call password cracking. Actually, you know what password cracking is. Okay, I don't want to be too complicated here, but password cracking, it's basically, you see, when someone takes your login details, and put them into these software that they use to crack your password. And then when the software is installed in a computer somewhere, probably a laptop. And then now we have the graphic cards. Yeah, I don't know how many guys know about graphic cards here. The graphic cards are the ones that are used to actually crack your password. So these laptop or a PC, like, they run the software with your login details. And then what the software does, it tries to combine words.
Logarithms, yeah.
Yeah, it tries to combine, like it will create man, and then it will realize that I can't log in with man. It will change the man probably to num. It will change to something else. It will change something else. The reason as why in most cases, like they would advise you do 8 words, or even right now 8 words can be easily cracked by those softwares. The reason as to why they started telling you by using 8 words, because by
Did
the
you
time,
mean letters by any chance, or digits, or words?
no matter digits, letters,
Okay.
any, if you are
8.
to use like less than 8, let's say you use like 3, for that password to crack your that software to crack your password, probably it will take it like 30 minutes or 10 minutes. It has your password, because it does the combination like very, very, very fast. Yeah, and right now we are being discouraged to like use passwords. We need to use passphrase.
So what is the
What do
difference? I'm losing you. Passphrase and password. What is the difference here?
passphrase? But you basically do a sentence. Yeah, I went to school in 2002. Just like that. Yeah, for this software to crack that password, it will probably take it 5 years. Who, and those
We will
5 years,
wait.
those 5 years, it's this software running 24/7. Who's going
So
to
it's
sit
like
there waiting
so it's like the
for
enigma.
not unless Christ is coming, and then you're told like, man, if you don't get this password, man, say you not go to
You're
heaven.
done.
Maybe
You're done.
then
Yeah.
that is what will be there. Like, you don't want to face hell. But who has the time for that? Really, no one. Not
So
unless
one of the things here we are identifying is if you are creating a password, maybe it's advisable to do a passphrase, and that way you
yeah.
stop those attackers from easily making you a prey. What is the other thing you need to do when you're dealing with passwords? Because Edgar, we know people that will use the same password over and over and over. I see Trey here saying. Let me just read this. We maintain the same passwords because most of us are Zuzus. Like you don't want to think. So if it is for your email address, it's this and this, Edgar. It is for your bank account, it's this and that, Edgar. If it's for, so what do you do with people? I mean, how often should one, or how frequent should one change their passwords?
Actually, the most frequent way, one should change their password probably a month, and then don't do the same password to every login you have. Do different passwords. If you use the same logins, the same password to every login, you are in danger. Because you can imagine if one day someone gets your password, that's it. Yeah, because if I'm to get your password right now, I'll try and figure out what is your KCB account, internet banking. I just go there, try that password that I know. So you can imagine if you did like same passwords to everything. Your email password is your banking password. Yeah, it's the same as your e-citizen password. So you can imagine what will happen. Yeah, and then on the same passwords, the password thing, like
Yeah.
there are those people who like cookies. You go there, like the browser asks you,
Accept cookies.
did you okay? Yeah, accepting cookies is not bad, but you need today you'll understand what you'll be trading, and you have to understand what you are trading, and what kind of cookies are you accepting. What is the site that you are trying to access? Those are some of the questions that you have to like really be asking yourself as you accept these things. But coming back to the password now, you save your passwords in the browser. Yeah. And then there are those browser attacks, and the way we are not really careful with how we operate our computers and something like that. So it's so easy for someone to use cookies to actually, access your browser cookies. And when they access your browser cookies, guess what? Your password will be in there.
Also, this there are times we hear, oh, this and that platform is under attack.
Yeah,
So we are likely one of the victims when we save our
exactly.
passwords online.
Yeah.
But how do you manage then to keep all these passwords? Should we go old school and write them somewhere and leave it with probably the safe box in the house?
I think, yeah, I can just give you a hint. The thing is, you should, like, you can look at, you know you see, there are those special characters. I know even sometimes, like, some of these passwords, when you are creating, it forces you to create special characters. Yeah. Why is it forcing you to create special characters? Because when the software is like really trying to crack all those combinations, when there are special characters in between, it also makes it very hard, and it gives it a hard time to really try to be able to guess that was a special character while it's trying to combine everything. So, one of the tips, like, you can, actually decide, like, whenever I see an A, I can do an at. Yeah, because I'm sure, ladies, the first time that this guy, like, made that move, that is always remembered. Why not say, if this guy met you at, in town, there at somewhere at, archives somewhere there. Why don't you just write, "We met at archives"?
Instead of writing it baby boy or mubaba.
Mubaba, eh? 1990, because Mubaba was born in 1990. Yeah,
There's a
just
question
do.
here, but I would love for you to actually respond to. Trey is asking, how secure are you browsing on private mode or incognito?
Yeah, actually, that is very secure, because what happens is, the moment you move out of the incognito, everything disappears.
Oh,
Nothing is saved. There is no
on
history.
on on your laptop though,
Yeah,
but your
on your laptop.
admin can be able to, if they went to
Uh,
the router, they can be able to tell this guy visited that site.
Not unless, okay. Now that is a totally different story. Maybe it's a whole thing, that where an admin can come in and really know what you are doing. Yeah, because now there are other things, setups that are normally done in the offices, with something called a domain controller, where, yeah, you can be able to know what guys are checking out and stuff like that. Yeah, but now with this one, once, like, you move out of the incognito mode, it's like everything disappears. Yeah, that one is, yeah, somehow safe. Yeah, I can say probably 90% safe, but yeah, one thing I'd really like to tell the viewers: there is no a single day you'll ever be 100% secure. Never. Yeah, just like in your home. Yeah, as much as you'll put, like, I don't know what type of a padlock, I don't know, like a metal door, you are never really secure,
But it's
because
better to take the precaution, right?
it's better to take the precaution. Basically, what you are doing, you're just trying to make it very hard for the thief to just come in easily and, just get in. Ask yourself, if you had to go into a bank, the guards, they always have a rungu, right?
Yeah.
But, the thugs, some thugs, they have, like, a real machine gun. So what would a rungu and a machine gun, compare the two? Yeah. And then, to add on top of it, the door is glass. Ask
Bulletproof,
yourself,
probably.
maybe even not. Yeah. Is it really, like,
Maybe
something
burglar
that
free.
don't make sense? But the thing is, as much as they've done all those things, yeah,
Yeah.
you'll realize, after you've dealt with the guard, now you have to break this glass. After you've broken the glass, Now inside, you'll go meet another door, maybe even it's a glass. You go break that glass also. And when you break that glass, there's an alarm. Yeah,
Okay.
before you are to get to the safe, the alarm has gone on, and yeah, security men, they are there, policemen are there, and then you have no place to run to. Yeah, it's just basically making your work hard, and that is
So,
why you need to do a passphrase, so
you
that this
know,
guy is trying to crack your password, doesn't like really have an easy time cracking that password.
I was having a conversation earlier on with one of internet geeks. His name is Boniface, and he told me passwords should be the most secure thing you have and the most secretive thing you have. As a matter
Yeah,
of fact, you should never share your password, just like you can't share your undergarments. And if possible, change them as frequent as you change your underwears.
exactly. Yeah, and that is why you've seen like yeah, we've people have come up with the facial recognition. There's the is it called the OTP things that are coming up. Basically all those things are trying to like just make your password, although it's trying to make the password easier and easier to to log in and hard for someone to crack. Yeah, which though personally I still don't agree with the fingerprints, the patterns. I don't agree with them because I just feel those things are not really secure per se. Yeah, not unless you're able to draw like a totally complicated pattern. Yeah, facial recognitions, like those things I don't think they're really secure as the way like the companies would like to to sell things to us, telling us it's very secure because I think that is just making it easy for you to be able to unlock that phone, you see.
So it
Yeah.
makes it easier, but equally exposes you. But that's
Yeah,
a
that's
story
totally.
for debate. I want to ask you something as we continue with the conversation around passwords and all that, and the free Wi-Fi for that matter. There's this thing that I hope you guys can see the tail end of this device. Don't mind the black side. Uh, Simu yangu imeisha charge, nisaidie charger yako. You've heard of that story?
Yeah, that's
How,
quite
how
another.
dangerous is that? How dangerous is that? And that's we're talking about the devices. You know how you manage your devices, for that matter.
That's something very dangerous. And not only ni chaje simu yangu, whereby like sometimes a stranger walks into the office, you are at the reception there, and then this guy is like while he's waiting, simu yangu ni iko 2%, 5%, unaweza niekea hapo kwa laptop icharge, ndio hii cable, you see. That is like you should really like be cautious about that. Yes, you'd want to help, but you have to be very much cautious, and especially with a device that you don't know where it came from. Now, what is happening? There are some of these charging cables. You might not know it, but that head, there is a chip there. Yeah,
Okay.
that chip, it kind of operates like a tiny computer, and what it does.
Wait, are you talking about the USB cable or
Exactly.
the socket itself?
The USB cable.
Okay.
It's like there's a very tiny, tiny computer there that only runs one program, and this program is meant to, uh, you know, uh, inject a malware or virus into your whether your laptop or your phone. Yeah, it could be like a very short script, and this short script, basically it's just exposing you when once you go online, wherever where I am in, maybe Nairobi, New York, Iraq. The moment you're online, I'm online. I can be able to gain backdoor access to your phone or your laptop. Yeah. And
So
then after that, that's
continue.
also
I'm getting a bit stressed, but go ahead.
the other thing is like you see the flash disks. Yeah. It's too bad mine is hidden somewhere. I have a flash disk that is not really a flash disk. This flash disk, there's a slot for a mem card. You can slot in the mem card. So when I give you that flash disk, like, hey, niaje some music, or yo, nieke yo movie yako poa sana, and then you take it, plug it into your laptop, and then you copy the movie for me. Yeah. But what you don't know is that, I have malware in that flash disk. And the moment you connect the flash disk into your laptop, the malware takes like less than a minute to install itself on the laptop. You'll copy the movie and then you'll not even notice it. Maybe what you'll just notice, you'll see like a black screen popping and then goes. And then you'll be like, that's normal. It happens. Softwares. Yeah. You don't take it seriously. And then once you remove it, like you've given me a movie that I don't need, but you have what I wanted you to have. And then I go wherever I'm going, and then I gain backdoor access to your laptop. And that way I can gain access to your browser history. Yeah, those cookies. I can go there, saved password. I can check the saved password, pick them up. Yeah, and once I've picked them, one day you're seated.
Wewe amesema inaitwa memory card reader. Is it what you're talking about ama ni tofauti?
Yeah, it's the mem card reader. But now this mem card reader is inserted inside something like a flash disk. So the whole thing is that mem card, it's there to pretend that it's a flash.
Oh, so hii memory card reader ni dem amejipika makeup anafanana na si yeye.
Yeah.
Can someone hack into my laptop and turn on my camera to watch everything I do? Bro, what do you do in the night? But let's find out. Is this possible? Edgar?
Yeah, it's very much possible. What happens is, actually, once that malware is in your laptop, it's so easy for me to turn on your camera. It's so easy for me to turn on your microphone. I'm not only seeing what is happening in the room, but I can hear your conversation. Yeah.
Okay.
And that is why, okay, fine. I don't know if you guys have happened to see, there are those laptops that you can manually turn off the microphone. You can manually turn off the camera, or it has a shutter where you just,
Slide the
it, and
shutter,
then,
yes.
yeah. Such laptops are very good. Don't be like, oh, these are all old fashioned. Or if you don't have all those things, make sure you always block your camera, because you never know. You can you can do some stupid mistake, and then someone is inside your laptop and you don't know. And yeah. And in like my laptop right now, I can turn on and off the microphone from the BIOS, even the camera. So I can turn them
When you're using too much technical words, we don't know what is BIOS. Is it biology?
BIOS, it's actually the software that makes it possible, the components that are on the motherboard to be able to communicate to each other.
Okay, fine. I thought you were going to say fatherboard, but it's all right. Let's just praise all the mothers. Thank you, motherboards. Edgar, any specific security checks one needs to do before logging onto a free Wi-Fi or a free internet provision that is, available? Based on the kind of struggles we experience, you cannot do away with such. So what are the basics you need to do?
Actually, there are those things that I would like to really take people through, and this is in regards to using your laptop. Yeah. So one of the things that I would really like to talk about, majama. cracked softwares. Yeah, cracked softwares. You know, I always fight with people because of these cracked softwares. And actually, right now, we've been given a lot of, if you're not able to like really buy the software, you can subscribe. You know, just pay like a small amount, like monthly or annually, which is actually manageable. And then you happen to get all the, the latest updates, security updates, and then yeah, you're good to go. What there's never a really, the free thing that we are talking about right now. Those cracked software, like you see, I can go buy one software and manipulate everything for it to appear like it's, just to make it work
Authentic,
without
yeah.
having to activate it wherever you want to activate it from. And then once I make it work, I can hide my code in it, a script. I hide a script in it. So you come and then you pick the crack and then you're like, okay, let me crack it. I was like, and then now you start, celebrating. You are the baddest guy there. Like everything.
Yeah,
What
I
you
know how
didn't
to
know
do.
is
Yeah.
that script that niliweka hapo, it could be my backdoor into your laptop. That script, it could be like, I don't need to access your laptop because it depends with hackers. I can just want to get information out of you and then sell the information to whoever. The other thing, what I can do is basically, want to utilize your resources. Yeah, we all know about Bitcoin and Bitcoin mining. Yeah. So you are there, you are like, same as all in your laptop mbaya. And anyone that you talk to tells you like, Bane, that laptop it's like the best laptop you guy can buy. No one conned you. But now unashangaa now these guys, what are they telling me? I mean, this laptop is super slow. The only mistake you did is you went and then took a Microsoft Office that is cracked, or you went and took some software, Adobe, that is cracked and installed it into your laptop. And then now what is happening? There are those mining guys, Bitcoin miners, they're utilizing your resources, your processor, your RAM. So when they're utilizing all these things, you don't have any RAM to use. You don't have any processing power that you need to edit your video, to like do whatever you need to do, because those guys are using the same resources. Yeah, the moment
Wait.
you go outside,
So I have my laptop here, but I don't have it. Somebody else is using my laptop to do their own processing.
exactly.
So my laptop is somebody else's server. Guys, now you know, before you get to that free Wi-Fi, free this and that, especially in the internet space, you want to check out and notice that you could actually be exposing yourself to internet insecurity or cyber crime. So before you do that, make sure you get things checked. Edgar, takeaways. What should I not do and do? Free movies
Actually,
downloaded?
what I wanted to say is like, fine. Yes, with free movies, yes, you need to check. You can get those free movies. Basically, you just need to look at this website. What is happening there? What am I getting? Like there are those camera copies where they like want to tease you with the camera copy. I know guys understand what I mean by camera copy, so that once you see how this movie is, and then you can imagine what if I was to watch it on a 4K video, or in a 4K format, and then you will go buy the 4K format. But sometimes those free movies, they come one the moment you download them. You do not only download the movie, but you download other things. Yeah, and then of course those free movies, there are those movies. I don't know if you've realized, when you go to a certain site that has movies, advertisements are, that is
That's
now
their
where we
business.
come and tell you like it's not really free. Yeah, so that's their business. Yeah, and then apart from the advertisement, there are those there's what is known as fingerprinting. Yeah, okay, fine, it's still tied to cookies. So when you are downloading all these things, you are told to accept all these things. And then once you accept them,
Yeah.
all these companies, they are always watching what you are doing, what you are, anything that you are accessing and everything. Uh, I'll, there's a story of a parent in the US.
Make it
Uh,
short because we're out of time. Go ahead. The story.
yeah, this story, the daughter, at one point, the daughter was shopping online. While the daughter was shopping online, uh, all these things, and of course, some of these websites, they are cookies and everything. The daughter was shopping, and of course, yeah, the Amazon website, it has AI, artificial intelligence, that is running at the background. Of course, it has seen your authentication and everything, and then it knows like this one. So uh, what was the daughter like looking for? The daughter was looking for, at one point, the daughter looked for pregnancy test kit. After the pregnancy test kit, the daughter went again and looked for clothes, this and that, things for a newborn baby. Yeah. And then after the daughter looking for those things, yeah, logged out, and then, went and waited for the D-Day. After a few months to, the D-Day, of course, some parents, there's a way you like open a sub account for your child. So the father noticed that Amazon is pumping advertisement for kids' clothes, kids'
Newborns.
toys, all those things. And then the parent picks up the phone and is like, hey, why are you guys like, pumping advertisement, such kind of advertisement to my 13-year-old? And then the guy on the other side of the phone was like, yeah, probably she's pregnant. I'm like, no, she's not. How did you guys know? And then the guys, they told the parent, yeah, go take your daughter to the clinic and then get her checked. The parent went, and guess what? It was positive. The girl was pregnant. You see, that is what happens. Such kind of thing, like when you are really trying to get something, it's for free. It's not really for free, but what is happening? They are getting your information to use it
Yeah.
for marketing, and
Yeah.
that is why I'll tell you, like, Google is like a marketing tool,
Yeah.
because any website you go access, you realize that when you access new shoes, you'll get like hundreds advertisements of shoes here, shoes there. Yeah, they help sometimes, but sometimes, they get information out of you, and they go sell this information for the highest bidder. Like, when a companies want to introduce certain product in the market, Google's like, hey, we know where your market could be.
You don't need to do research, sir. We already have it.
You don't need to do marketing. Everything is there. And then they're like, okay, since we've saved you a lot of this trouble, we'll only charge you $1 billion. Now tell me, you are a company. There's nothing good for a business person knowing that the market is there, the market is ready, and the market is exactly at this place.
You know what? I will let you lose for now and just quickly say this. According to a research carried out in January 2018 by one of our very close friends here, it shows in 2018 an average global internet penetration was at 53%, and in East Africa we have 27% penetration. This is the global penetration by region. And it is comparing the internet users to the total population in that area. And as you said, Kenya is one of the most connected regions within East Africa. So what does that let you know is your data and your information is worth billions and trillions of dollars. So be safe as you browse online. This conversation is not yet done because I see people asking here, can we have a episode 2 on the same? And definitely we will try have another episode, because from this month of February moving forward, we want to create content that resonates with your needs. You want to be aware of what happens in your environment. And in this case, we are talking about the internet space. Above all, we'll be discussing more and more issues that touch and resonate with your heartbeat. Thank you so much, Trey. And earlier on, he had requested we actually talk about the softwares that are free for update on phone. Definitely, we want to discuss that at a later stage. And we had John Kulabi who said, the WhatsApp web, siku hizi tuna hack WhatsApp. I don't know about that, but I know Edgar might have better information. And later on our link, we'll be posting some links that you guys need to check out if you are very passionate about, the internet policies and what governs you as internet end user or provider. That is from Icon. We'll be posting it on our comment section later on. So get there to check out the free trainings that exist that help you make great policies that affect you as a user and of course a distributor. Edgar, thank you so much for coming tonight. Time is really not on our end. Thank you so much, everybody that made it a possibility to be part and parcel of the conversation. We look forward to hosting you tomorrow night on Friday. We will be having one Dr. David Dingori, who will be discussing with us vasectomy, and that is family planning in men. Are you a man? Are you a woman? Would you be willing for your man to actually have vasectomy? Edgar, would you advocate for vasectomy?
Okay, I really don't know what to say about that. it's a yes and a no at the same time. Yeah,
Yes and a
depending on the
no.
situation.
Let's find out tomorrow on that. But thank you so much for coming here tonight and helping us understand free Wi-Fi issues. Look forward for more episode next week right here on Antinat. Until then, have a great night. God bless you. And remember to subscribe.